Hey, it's Drutter. Today is November the 6th, 2020, and I'm standing outside my house at some construction that's just been put in. I thought I would take a little clip of this as I talk. This construction site has been going for, I think, 9 months, going on 10 months now? 10 months? Yeah, 10 months. Started in February. It's 10 months. And this is a roundabout. If you don't have any roundabouts in your town yet, they are intersections instead of a four-way stop or two-way stop or whatever. It is a round little circle. You enter the roundabout by yielding, and then you exit the roundabout when you get to where you want to turn off. It's kind of controversial. Not really sure if it's just a make-work project or if they actually make life better. But anyway, I now have almost a roundabout. And as I've been reporting since February, this has been a disaster. This construction site has been an absolute disaster. Not in that it's messy, well, it's messy, but not that. I'm talking about the fact of how it's run. They have been, it seems, it almost feels like tormenting my wife and I and our newborn baby in our little rental house here in this little town in British Columbia. And, oh cool, someone's got a remote control car. It's a good spot for it. And it seems like they've been tormenting us, but of course it's not personal. It just feels like it because our house is in the center of this massive pit, construction pit. And we are privy to watch exactly how they work. And we see them working by digging up a pit, doing nothing, taking half a day to dig up a pit, and then taking the other half a day to fill it in. And of course this requires dump trucks and steamrollers that use a massive, powerful vibrator that sends vibrations throughout the whole neighborhood and wakes you up, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, of course, and going until 6 o'clock at night. Now walking along the curb in front of my house. This is not the roundabout. Well, this is the other side of the roundabout, not the center part. This is the outside part. And just to the right there is my house. This is our new sidewalk. Looks like it is a socially distant sidewalk. I haven't seen a sidewalk this wide before. It's about, what's that, 15 feet wide? This is a sidewalk that I'm responsible for shoveling. I'll put down below a video I did last year called Do Anarchists Shovel the Sidewalk? Hint, yes they do. I'm not sure about this one now. It was enough work for me to do the other one. This is 3 times the size, so we'll have to see. We get quite a bit of snow here where I live. But anyway, this is my update. I am no longer being tormented as bad because I didn't get to this part of the story yet. Some people came along. About 3 days ago, we had 4 o'clock in the morning construction outside our place, and it had been after days of not getting enough sleep. I have PTSD and insomnia, and my wife has chronic pain. We don't always sleep that well anyway. That's not anyone else's problem but our own. I realize that, but I'm just saying it has been hell. And when you don't sleep, your pain levels go up, your stress levels go up. Things aren't good when you don't sleep. You can get sick when you don't sleep in a lot of ways. So we have been doing our best to stay healthy. And about 3 days ago, we had this 4 o'clock in the morning construction, and my wife said, no. And I said, no. And we went out, I was that guy. I went out there ranting in my underwear pretty much, just, I've got a family here, this can't go on, you are going to kill one of us, one of us is going to die. Literally, we haven't had sleep in days. They come in shifts, right? They don't have to work more than 6-8 hours at a time, but we are here nonstop, and we are essentially locked down in this house. We don't have a car, we don't have anywhere to go. Everything's closed, the library is closed, the rec center is closed, everything's closed for COVID, so we are essentially stuck here and, just vibrated and pounded and banged and beeped just non-stop. And it can be 24 hours a day sometimes, and we can't even hear ourselves think. We can't even talk or have conversations some days for the entire day. The baby just cries and cries, it's not safe. And at this 4 o'clock in the morning, this point, my wife said, that's it, forget it, something has to happen. We're going to the emergency department, or we're going to the police, or I'm calling the mayor. And I said, okay, let's call the mayor. So we called the mayor, and, he kind of sounded like he kind of brushed us off, but, my wife was on the phone. She made it clear, she's got a baby. she's disabled. This can't be. And we asked the landlord also to call, and I think he may have done that. If so, awesome, thank you. Because whatever happened the next morning, this is now 3 mornings ago, like night and day, they were not just pretending to work anymore, they were actually getting stuff done. And this entire roundabout has been done in the last 3 days, including all the other sides and everything I'm not really showing here. I don't want to show my neighborhood too much, but you know, this whole thing has been done in 3 days, and it's been here for 10 months. They've been pretending to work, and we were certain that they were just pretending to work. And now we're certain of it, because now we can see how much they can actually do. And the funny thing is, they're making less noise now. Less noise. We're actually getting a little bit more peace and quiet, a little bit more rest. A tiny bit, you know, not enough. We're not recovering, but we are not suffering as badly as we were. Though I just got notice that there's going to be 1 week of 4 o'clock in the morning construction starting tonight. They just gave us notice this afternoon for tonight. But anyway, at least work is getting done, and this, you know, hellish situation will be over soon for us. And you know, this has really put a damper on my health. It's put a damper on my ability to do activism, my wife's ability to do activism. She's had to basically just drop out of modeling completely that she was doing. You know, it's very, very disruptive, and it's not just the fact that we are disabled people and that we have a baby now, but it is this lockdown, and then combined with that, with the perpetual construction, and it has been a nightmare. I don't know how else to describe it. We've been through so much in the past 10 years together, her and I, and this has been one of the hardest possible times that we've ever faced. And yeah, nightmare just doesn't begin to describe it. And I just sincerely hope that this is going to be over soon. But it's amazing to see the progress that they managed to do when the mayor gets involved. I imagine the mayor called up the contractor here and said, enough is enough. The townspeople are not pleased. And so this is one of our favorite machines here, and I say that sarcastically. They have a massive vibrator inside them now. These aren't just regular steamrollers like they used to be. They have a vibrator, massive vibrator in them that sends vibration through the ground, and of course that helps to pack things down, but when you run it near a house, there is absolutely no peace and quiet. Everything that can squeak, everything that can rub together does. The whole house just starts to squeak and vibrate. You know, some of the pounding that they do, not with this machine, but with the bigger machines, some of the pounding actually can knock you off your feet if you're not balanced. Like if you're in the shower or something and you know, do something and you're not quite fully balanced, all of a sudden the house will, and you sometimes will almost fall. I've had a couple of actual falls because of this construction. It's very, very, people don't understand how bad it was. You know, 20 feet from where the baby sleeps basically was massive heavy machinery pounding away for 10 months for no reason. I feel like I'm going in circles here, but I needed to get that off my chest. It has been a rough year, and I felt like documenting that. I hope everybody is doing as well as possible. We have mandatory masks here coming any day here in British Columbia. Deaths are still very, very low, near zero. But cases are up and testing is up, so positives are up, and if positives are up, then that means fear is up, and then the response can be justified. And the latest is mandatory masks. They say that vaccines are coming for every Canadian in the new year. Another 3 to 4 months, they say. And I'll get into that in another video. Thank goodness the construction is not over, but at least proceeding now, and any, you know, disruptions, any sleepless nights, any disruptions in health and stuff, at least is for a good cause. At least we are eventually going to get some peace and quiet once this finishes up and reopens to traffic. Ironically, it will be much, much quieter once the traffic gets back in here. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.